After leading Huddersfield to third place and the playoff final last season, Corberan has resigned 3 weeks before the season starts. A real shocker in the Championship today and a big blow to Huddersfield. The rumour mill started going very, very early, and talk of early morning board meetings over at Huddersfield today seem to have been accurate. The first feelings were that a resignation was coming due to interest from another club, and then we heard about Corberan not being aligned with ambitions, that old chestnut. Well, we now have the statement from Huddersfield, and this is Head of Football Operations Lee Bromby. It is with sadness we have accepted Carlos' resignation. He was obviously a big part of what was a fantastic season in 21-22, but he has subsequently come to us over the last 24 hours and made it clear that he doesn't think he is the man to take us forward. Anyone who followed the league last season will know that Huddersfield were a superb story, and Corberan did an absolutely magnificent job after finishing 20th the previous season. They rocketed 17 places up the table, finished third, only missing out on promotion in the playoff final at Wembley. Some will look upon Huddersfield as a former Premier League team who should be challenging, but that's kind of true and not true at the same time. The normal advantages that those parachute payments give clubs that are relegated, well, they all evaporated when those payments were used as leverage in the 2019 takeover, which basically put the Terriers on an even keel with most other Championship clubs financially. Corberan fashioned a brilliantly organised team, superlative at set plays. That's not me saying they were long ball, they weren't. And the development of emerging talents like Lewis O'Brien, Sorba Thomas, Nichols in goal as well. They just kept defying expectations month on month until we all accepted, look, they are going to finish quite near the top. Things opened up in the playoff spots, and they took the top playoff spot, third position. It was always going to be difficult to meet up to those exceedingly high standards from last season, but the recruitment had already started. Will Boyle was quickly in from Cheltenham, David Kasumu from MK, Connor Mahoney very recently in on a free transfer as well. Look, we'll figure out what next for Huddersfield and Corberan in a minute. You probably won't want to do this if you're a Huddersfield Town fan, but I'll ask everyone else, please hit the like button and help support the channel and this video. For Corberan, his stock is massively high, and owners won't look at the fact he's resigned from a job. They will look at the job he did last season. Certainly at Championship level, he is going to be seen as a manager who can take a team in the pack with what was a modest spend at Huddersfield and fashion a promotion challenge. In terms of these rumours, I think it was the Daily Mail reporting an interested club. I just don't know who that would be in terms of available jobs. There just don't seem to be any. Obviously, there's the link with Marcelo Bielsa, who worked with at Leeds, so that could be something down the line if Bielsa goes back in. Would he want to be an assistant? I don't know. Neil Critchley obviously made that jump from manager in the Championship at Blackpool to assistant in the Premier League. I don't know. Is there a job going to open up there, and would Corberan step from position 1 to position 2 like Neil Critchley did? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, but certainly someone's going to get a very young and very talented manager with a brilliant season last year on that CV. In terms of Huddersfield, I have to say I don't like this one bit, and I hope I'm wrong for their sake, but one of our channel mantras here is that in football a quick rise can often, if competence is not maintained, be followed by a quick fall. It was a brilliant season last season, but remember it was a jump from 20th up to 3rd, and it did have that feel, not wanting to be patronising, of punching above their weight, particularly in terms of resource, and a few of the teams they finished above, particularly those funded by parachute money, would maybe concur with that. I can't tell you what the right hire is, you're going to tell me that in the comments, but the wrong hire at this point, and it could be somewhere in between that 3rd and 20th, or there is that doomsday scenario where, I dare say we saw at Barnsley, where one brilliant season was immediately followed by an utterly terrible season if you hire the wrong guy. Get involved in the comments. Give me your thoughts on Corberan's thinking. Do you respect this decision? Do you understand this decision? Where is he likely to end up? And give me names, who will be able to follow up his excellent work from last season? I'm sure Sean Dyche will get linked from that sort of locality. I'm sure Wayne Rooney will get linked. But look, that's just me pulling out two guys who were in jobs recently and have got quite a good reputation at the moment. You let me know who you think might be a more realistic person there. I think Danny Schofield is in temporary charge at the moment. You can stay with the channel by clicking here to see my review of that excellent season for Huddersfield last time out. Find out how I think they did it. And click here to see my reaction when Corberan was first hired back in 2020.